Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous, with me, Bregaton. Let's enter Dresden. We need to talk to Char.
I'll take care of it.
No Crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Yes, has something happened? Hand over Morveg's talisman. Morveg is dead. The color drains from Char's face. He takes a straw figure with his shaking fingers. His mouth twists unpleasantly, but the old man is about to start sobbing. The knight looks at you with horror. The old warrior drops to his knees, slowly and awkwardly, with apparent difficulty. My boy. But how? What happened? Morveg went to get a sword dedicated to the god Gorham. He was gravely wounded. I found him and tried to help, but the relic's power had already consumed him. Char's eyes showed nothing but wariness. You wanted to help him. Poor boy. I was afraid of this. The war tainted his soul with darkness the moment he was born. It doomed him to death before he could even walk. I warned him. But what are an old man's warnings worth? The sword. The darn weapon of Gorham. Where is it? Do you have it? It must be destroyed. The war devours our souls, and Gorham, its lord, watches over it all with indifference. Oh, I sold it. I'll have to go grab it and come back. I don't have the sword. If you find the horrible thing, don't even think about using it. Bring it to me, and I will destroy it.
I'm gone.
Whoopsies. Yeah, we need to go back to Wintersun and buy that back so we can destroy it. Not the first time I've done that. I'm sure it won't be the last.
Follow if you dare.
Sure. I also got you that. Alright, guess we will sell the rest of it.
I'm off. I do what I must.
We'll just sell it to this guy. I want to check his inventory again. So I thought there was something else I wanted to buy. We'll keep the crossbow as well. I mean, sell that though. No one can really use it.
I'm gone.
I have to go back down here and check the cleric's inventory. We'll take care of the stuff in the Citadel, then we'll go to Wintersun, and then we'll probably go to the place to the northwest. The something grotto. Not Murky Grotto. Ashen Grotto? I think is what it's called. Because going back to Wintersun is going to eat up some time. And the Ashen Grotto is fairly close by. Let's go ahead and grab this. Yeah, so this seems to be good for an Eldritch Knight. There's a few other classes this would pair well with. So intelligence and charisma is kind of an odd one. I guess intelligence and wisdom would be too powerful. Like this one. And then for land, I do think that's pretty good, but I'm going to go with this. And this. I think it's a neat item. It may not be as good. We'll still get use out of this with the Rushalai, so it's fine. We can sell that. We can sell that too. And for the crossbow, we'll probably just give it to Darren. I mean, he has a +2 already. Oh, here you go.
Follow if you dare. Move.
I think we're all set. I mean, there's a couple items I could buy from the cleric or companions I'm not using. But not going to waste the gold right now since I do have to go back and buy the Thing of Malice. Which sucks because you get it for free. Now I gotta spend gold on it.
I'm off.
No Irabeth? Alright, the Bell of Mercy has been transported to Dresden. Fantastic. Alright, everything's ready for the Relic's augmentation. Witches. Like exploring Sarkorian lands. A group of scouts stumbled upon a hidden settlement of exiles, runaway witches and sorcerers practicing forbidden rituals. Criminals in their homeland, they did not welcome the commander's soldiers, and made it clear that they did not want anyone meddling in their affairs. That's the lawful option. That's also lawful. I mean, they said forbidden rituals specifically, so that means they're evil, right? Yeah. Destroy the settlement. Add 1200 leadership experience points. Because we'll do it probably more humanely than the Order of the Pyre will. It's in the name. Yeah, they even call them unholy sorcerers. Yeah, that seems like the right choice. The commander's troops burned the settlement to the ground. Not a single unholy sorcerer survived. I don't know why I was trying to say bloody. The warriors now realize that this fate awaits anyone who dares practice forbidden arts. Alright, we can enchant the Crest of the Fallen Knight. The clerics are divided on whether Melander Linz was a hero or a blackguard. Some want to pray to good deities for him, others wish to stigmatize his name. I'll probably pray for him. We'll get Melander's penance. But if you shame the Fallen Knight, you get Melander's insult. This +2 short sword is glowing with an invisible flame. Once per day you can charge both weapons in your hands with this flame for 10 minutes. Each hit with any of these weapons deals additional 3d6 unholy damage on hit. Versus Melander's penance. Whenever this +2 short sword lands a hit, the enemy must pass a reflex saving throw DC 18, or the wound becomes covered in fine emeralds for 5 minutes. Though the enemy becomes immune to bleeding, they suffer -2 penalty to reflex saving throws. All critical hits against this creature deal additional 3d6 piercing damage. Multiple applications of this effect don't stack. I can barely read that. So pray for the Fallen Knight Linz. The sins of the Fallen Knight Melander Linz might be great, but he was driven by a desire to fight evil. A common prayer by the priest lightened the draconian sentence handed down to Linz after death. His crimes were forgotten, and the seal of darkness was taken from his name and legacy. Alright, relics first. The Branch of the Last Ash. A detachment of valiant aristocrats will proudly accept the commander's nightly mission of seeking out and possessing the Branch of the Last Ash, the location of which is shown on the map captured from the demons. And the knights will procure the Sarkorian relic. Definitely doing that one. Our records of Pelura Stargazers. The disconnected data on the world wound collected by the Stargazers at Pelura will not be of any help if it is not studied in detail and properly organized. That's a one-time thing, so Holy Wards. The commander's power will fill the fake charms that swindlers have been selling in Dresden with holy might. This act will kindle the Crusaders' faith. Energy points income increased by 1. Crusade morale increases by 25. And that's it for now. Well, actually, before I forget, we can build some stuff in our outposts. I find out where I left off. Stone Maze is done. Sorcerer's Fortress is done. Do Treason Home next, right? Yeah, all those should be done. Keeper's Canyon should be done. Alright, Alchemist Laboratory, Archery Range, Barracks, and we'll do Stables instead of the Hospital this time. Since we have the Paladin Cavalry. Alright, Gloomy Gorge next. Same stuff. Alright, that'll be it for now. So we'll rest up, we'll head back to Wintersun, we'll teleport back to Dresden, then we'll go to the Ashen Grotto. And then we'll decide where to go from there. Probably back to Dresden first. And maybe north?
You are a child. You don't belong in this war.
So you're an adult? War doesn't pick and choose its victims.
A familiar figure clad in black armor appears before you and ceremoniously offers a salute. Greetings, Knight Commander. Jaeger Enkel from Paralictor Derenge's squad at your service. I'm afraid it's becoming a habit, but once again I bring dire news. Jaeger shrugs apologetically. Jaeger casts a nervous sideways glance at his superior officer. Paralictor, while you've been following the Knight Commander, much has happened at our outpost. Enough empty chatter, Knight. Give your report. Although Reginald's tone remains as dispassionate as ever, his gaze has grown in intensity. He watches Jaeger like a predatory beast prowling ever closer to its prey. Jaeger snaps to attention and repeats a message he's clearly taken pains to memorize. Reporting to whom it may concern, a group of Hell Knights has vanished under suspicious circumstances. They were last seen on the road to the occupied city of Eyes. The Knights were escorting a group of cultists and carrying lighters captured in a recent raid on an underground hideout. They disappeared after reporting their approach to our outpost, and the chapters quartered there failed to find any traces of the missing knights. The situation is highly abnormal. Such a large squad could have fallen in battle, but they could hardly have vanished into thin air without so much as a sign of struggle. Powerful demonic forces might be involved in their disappearance. Thus we informed Dresden about the incident, and plead for help in our investigation. Tell me about the hideout. Where were the cultists captured? It was a secret hideout consisting of a large warehouse and several workshops, which produced equipment for cultist cells all over Mendev. We've been tracking the cultists for a while, before finally locating and attacking them. Strangely, our intelligence reports had indicated that several powerful demons were always present inside the hideout, but our strike team only found mortals. We captured and escorted them to our outpost for questioning. What of this outpost where the knights were last seen? As I understand it, Paralictors Renth, Tai, and Diothin informed you about the outpost during their visit to Dresden. While we finished its construction just a few days ago, it's already our largest staging ground in Eastern Worldwound. We have a small permanent garrison station there, and we use it as a resting area for the Hell Knights involved in various expeditions. Fine, I'll take care of it. Reginald waves Jaeger away, and sets his pale yellow eyes on you. We must visit the Hell Knight outpost as soon as we can. I suggest you treat this incident as seriously as possible. It might have unexpected consequences. You don't say.
I do what I must.
See if we can talk to Reginald about that real quick. Oh yeah, let's level everybody up first. So Grey Boar, Assassin, gets a feat, a public execution. The assassin's art of killing shocks those around him, making them feel the fear of imminent death. Whenever the assassin reduces a target to 0 hit points or kills it with his target assassination ability, he immediately makes a persuasion intimidate check to demoralize all foes within 30 feet who can see the kill. If the victim was affected by the assassin's mark of death, the assassin gains a +2 bonus on this check. Then poison use constitution. At 4th level, an assassin gains access to poison that deals constitution damage. Athletics, mobility, stealth, and perception. Improved critical with the old does he have? Dwarven War Axe. First Lie gets a feat. And that's it. Ability, Trickery, Stealth, Knowledge Arcana, Perception, and Knowledge World. Not that she has a lot of knowledge of the world, in fact she's fairly naive, but I think putting points into it shows a roleplay character growth for her throughout the playthrough. And then we'll do Hammer the Gap. You repeatedly strike the same location, causing increasing amounts of damage. Benefit, when you make a full attack, each consecutive hit against the same opponent deals extra damage equal to the number of previous consecutive hits you've made against that opponent this turn. This damage is multiplied on a critical hit. That's not the best feat, because if you miss any attacks, it gets completely wasted. But if you land all your attacks, it's pretty good. Alright, Hell Knight gets a last tier of armor training. Knowledge Arcana, Low Religion. Also Hammer the Gap, why not? And improved critical for the Gnome Hooked Hammer. Darren gets a feat. Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, use Magic Device. Oh man, what could we possibly be getting on Darren? Summon Medium Elemental. Angelic Aspect for an Aasimar makes thematic sense. Summon Huge Elemental. Nenio also gets a feat. Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, Lore Nature, Lore Religion, and use Magic Device. I could just grab this. I've never taken it before. Did we already get Persistent? Yeah, looks like we did. Let's do the Magical Tail Kitsune. You get a new spell-like ability, each usable twice per day from the following list in order. 1 Vanish, 2 Sleep, 3 Blur, 4 Invisibility, 5 Deep Slumber, 6 Displacement, 7 Confusion, and 8 Dominate Person. For example, the first time you select this feat, you gain Vanish 2 a day. Oh, you have to select it multiple times. The second time you select this feat, you gain Sleep 2 a day, or 2 per day. Your cast level for these spells is equal to your hit dice. The DCs for these abilities are Charisma based. What? Okay, maybe I won't grab this. That is terrible. I remember why I didn't take it before. You may select this feat up to 8 times. Each time you take it, you gain additional ability as described above. Yeah, definitely not doing that. Let's look around some more. Yeah, let's do a Ambuscating Spell. This could be good with Phantasmal Killer if she casts it early on. So your spells are particularly effective against those caught unawares. Benefit, flat-footed opponents take a -2 penalty on saving throws against the spells you cast. Then Invisibility Mask, which also synchronizes well with Ambuscating Spell? Yeah. And Shadow Conjuration Greater. Though I should probably get Legendary Proportions instead, but this is fine. Ember gets a feat. Knowledge Arcana, Low Religion, Magic Device, and Perception. Probably the same thing for her. Was there something else I wanted to get for her, though? Could have been Discerning Eye, which we can always get later. Persistent might not be the worst. Alright, let's do Cure Serious Wounds. I think that's one of the more thematic options for her. Break Enchantment. Probably. We'll just grab Feeble Mind. Greater Heroism is also pretty good. And Camellia. She's had these negative levels since Act 1, right? A Feat and Spirit Enchantment +4. Ability and Trickery. And Fencing Grace. Your dashing style and fluid fencing forms allow you to use agility rather than brute force to fell your foes. Benefits. Choose one kind of light or one-handed piercing weapon, such as the rapier. When wielding your chosen weapon one-handed, you can add your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier to that weapon's damage. You do not gain this benefit while fighting with 2 weapons or using flurry of blows, or any time another hand is otherwise occupied. You still use buckler in your offhand. Should be a buckler, but that's fine. So, rapier here, of course. And more spells. Go ahead and slot all the spells while I'm thinking about it. What else would I use here? A Magic Fang can be targeted, so if we have an animal companion in the party, might be worth it. Acid Maw, on the other hand, is automatically cast, so it just says your animal companions bite attack. Versus, well, it doesn't specify. Actually, what does it say at the top there? Target personal versus target one friendly creature within touch range. And then here, animal growth would be good. We'll grab this though. Actually, with greater heroism, so this is +2 morale bonus on attack rolls, saves, and skill checks. Yeah, that's just a straight upgrade. That instead. That means we can get rid of these. Sure. We'll do that instead. Actually, this is better. Okay, let me go up here. That's fine too. Alright, should be everybody covered. A little longer than I expected, but that's okay. Alright, we'll head back to Wintersun, buy the Fang of Malice, and come back and finish Char's quest. I'm gonna take a small detour and clear out these other roads. Someone on the road, so this is a set encounter. I don't remember which. Might be tied to my Mythic quest.
I am never wrong.
Who?
My
Me?
will is resolute.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
I'm always ready.
Not sure how much I should buff up.
Unimosi travisi. Matritium turinos. Unimosi travisi.
My tail is restless.
Riti.
You've crossed the wrong line here.
I swear.
Don't hold back!
Begone, fiend!
Strike! You should have run! I'm gone.
Yeah, all this looks fairly new. Assuming it's tied to the Angel Mythic path.
Search for the beauty with your heart.
Can we retreat already?
You won't survive me.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Cover me, all right?
This will hurt!
Why not both?
That's what I get for not properly buffing
Don't
up.
hold back!
Got a companion down.
Fall!
Distract them from me.
Which should be fine. Once we get to Wintersun, we don't have to fight anymore, so... Not the end of the world, hopefully.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Exquisite chain barding. This +3 chain shirt barding grants its wearer +2 bonus to dexterity ability score and immunity to ability damage for the first 3 rounds of combat. That counters the boss suit pretty hard. Knight Commander. Yellow Paladin nods to you like to an old friend. You've turned the world wound into quite the thoroughfare. Every time I go hunting, may either you or your crusaders. That's what I do. Fight demons without trying to conceal it. An approving smile appears on the old man's face. Fighting spirit. That's good. Why are you so intent on avoiding crusaders, Baron Guerre? The old man's gaze turns flinty. I'm in my 70s. I've been fighting demons most of my life. I've seen the crusades from the inside. They must kill my faith in Iomedae, and my determination. This is why I fight my war alone now. I'll never stop protecting the world from demons. But fighting alongside crusaders whose crazed fanaticism pulls them to spinelessness and treachery, and back again like a swinging pendulum. No. There's a lot of bitterness in your words, old-timer. I can't say they're not fair, but doesn't our oath oblige us to think the best of our comrades? And who will show others the right way if every paladin becomes a hermit, You speak well, girl. You know how to get to the heart of things. The old man is silent for a while. The burden of faith is not easy. I don't know, I can see option 1 sounding a little too cocky, but we're also going to keep it on the right track. It's not going to devolve into the, was it the Fourth Crusade? Or was it the third one where the Inquisitors started turning on their own? We'll steer it in the right direction. My crusade will be different from the ones before it. The old man smiles. Wanting that is already a good sign. Farewell, Knight Commander. May the Inheritor keep you safe. I also felt like the option about the Inheritor, or the Herald being on my side, would have been good, because he may not know that the Hand of the Inheritor is there with me.
I do what I must.
Wait, where are we going? Oh, we're going down here. Again? Hope it's not another fight. We're down a companion. And we haven't rested up, so...
We will win this
gotta
war.
play it safe.
Where else would I be?
There's beauty in the darkest of places. Too bad no one can see.
Just in case. The cultist smiles sweetly at you. Well, well, what have we here? The freshly minted commander straight from Dresden. Here's what's going to happen, Commander. You will give us specimen 367. We'll bring it back to Oz, the Master Bladesmith, and no one will get hurt. If you refuse, well, prepare to die. Bladesmith, is it? I know who you creeps are. You're from the same lot that slaughtered my party, then tortured me for some dark experiments. Commander, just give the order. I'll wipe the floor with them. I have an old score to settle. Specimen 3, what? Yes, yes. The specimen. The scented weapon that was taken from us. A cheap ploy by the Crusaders. Don't try to deny it. We know you have it. What a sight. A cultist complaining about Crusaders using cheap tricks. Next he'll be complaining about us being rude and violent. A sentient weapon. This is huge. You really have one, Commander. Keep it for yourself. Those lowlifes don't deserve it. Who is this bladesmith? A great artisan and a teacher, who renounced his name and past to serve the weaponsmith's craft. His demonic blades never break. His magic arrows never miss their mark. His creations are incredible. Although the piece you have in your possession is still far from perfect. It was not supposed to fall into the hands of outsiders, so we want it back. Fine. Oh wait, no, wait, that's not a threat. I'm not giving Finnean to you. Then we will take the specimen ourselves. Let's show these scumbags what's what, Commander. To battle.
Yet another obstacle.
The light take you!
And we go.
Strike! You should have run!
Into the fray!
Oh, there's more.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
This will hurt!
Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
I need to recover my strength.
You really should have given them better equipment if he wanted them to take stuff from me.
I'm gone.
And they're working for a guy called the Bladesmith. For the most part, they just have a bunch of junk. I want to chat? I'm always up for a chinwag. But we got ambushed by cultists who spoke of some bladesmith. I suspect he might know him. Finnean's tone is grim. All too well. He was the one who tortured me. I don't know what specimens they wanted from you. Maybe they thought I had stolen something from them. Wait, I just remembered something. His voice turns hopeful. That bladesmith's workshop is just outside Eyes, right by the walls. If Gorm willing were ever in those parts, I'll beat the hell out of that scumbag for all he did to me. Huh. Finding this cultist was a stroke of luck. I'm ready to leap into battle right now. Just say the word. It's like I can feel this newfound strength. When you go to Eyes, make sure to bring me along. Alright, so he just got upgraded, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's a +3 now. This is a +3 Ghost Touch Heartseeker weapon. This weapon can tear the soul of a living enemy. Whenever it lands a hit, it deals additional 1d6 force damage, which is pretty solid. Let's go ahead and do that.
We do it my way.
He's not going to do a ton of damage, unfortunately, but it'll be fine. So I don't mind using Finnean.
Can we rest now? No?
You dare.
Run all the way across this area. When we leave, we can just run to, like, right here. All this just to correct a mistake, but we knocked out 2 events on the map, so we made some progress. Yeah, so to spend 72,000 gold on something I should... Man. Oh, we got like half of it back.
I'm off.
So we'll go back to Dresden, we'll finish Char's quests, and we'll resurrect Ulbrich for next time.
Must. It's time to act!
So I'm pretty sure when we do the Murky Grotto, it's practically a guaranteed level up at this stage of the game. Carl looks old and shriveled. His gray hair seems to have become even thinner. He looks at you lost and smiles sadly, as if out of habit. Yes? Hand over the Thing of Malice. I changed my mind. Well, I didn't change my mind. I didn't have it. I changed my mind. Destroy it. We don't need a weapon like this. You've done the right thing. The honorable thing. No one will ever fall victim to it again. No one will suffer poor Morveg's fate. Darn this war. I know how difficult it can be to keep yourself in check when war is raging around you, and your comrades are dying. Your deed will not go unnoticed. The Everbright Crusaders would tell of your wisdom. They'll tell all Mendev that you did not allow war to enslave your mind.
We'll take care of it.
So raise that is only 6,000. How much is a resurrect scroll? It's twice as much. That's not too bad.
If you're so afraid of going near the enemy, I could teach you how to shoot from a bow. True, it's pretty tough to aim when you're running away from the battlefield.
Whenever you decide to finally kick the bucket, give me fair warning is all I ask. If I'm gonna be eating cave slime at your wake, I need to line my stomach good and proper first.
This guy. An older man in dusty traveling clothes waves at you. His face is tanned, but his gray eyes are bright. Commander. Aren't you the commander? Well met. My name is Lathamus the Antiquarian. I study ancient relics. Perhaps you've heard of me. But if you haven't, it doesn't matter. An antiquarian. Do you sell anything? Lathamus shrugs. Alas, I don't. They call me the Antiquarian because of my love for ancient items that might otherwise seem mundane and useless. If you understand the principles of archaeology, sometimes even a shard from an old oil lamp is enough to shine a light on the darkness of history. I've never heard of you. I don't chase glory. It's enough for me to know that I bring knowledge to the peoples of Golarion. Some have used my discoveries to earn fame and fortune, but I remain a simple antiquarian. What do you want from me? I'm planning a rather dangerous expedition, and I'll need the help of a strong, skilled warrior. Not without recompense, of course. I found an ancient map leading to a certain cave system, a dragon burial ground. But it wasn't merely a place where old dragons came to die. I have a theory that once upon a time, a great battle took place in these caves, not claves, and many relics and artifacts were left behind. You're waging a long and difficult war. Help me uncover the secrets of the dragon burial ground. I'll give you all of my savings. Believe me, I've earned a lot during my years of travel. All I need is for someone to clear the way down into the caves. Who knows what sort of demons inhabit that place now? I'd like to know the details. Of course, I'll answer any questions you may have. Why do you want me to get personally involved? You could just ask me to send an armed escort with you on this expedition. Lathamus looks around. Excuse me. I don't think I'm trying to disparage them, but they're ordinary soldiers, after all. What if we discover treasure down below? Will they resist the allure of gold for the sake of science? Will they keep our expedition a secret, even if my competitors promise them huge sums of money? No, I'm sorry. I only rely on someone who is trusted by the Queen. Where did you get this map of the Dragon Burial Ground? I bartered it from a ranger in exchange for an amulet. The ranger wasn't keen on going deeper into the world wound. I doubt even he understood how valuable this map might be for science. I dare say he made a poor bargain. Tell me more about your theory. I'm interested in dragon history, from the days of Apsu and the creation of Dahak up to now. But dragons are reclusive creatures. They don't enjoy discussing their history with strangers. Sure, we know about many historical conflicts involving dragons, but as for large-scale battles between dragons, they prefer to keep quiet about those, and thus we historians remain in the dark. And then suddenly I find a map that identifies this cave system and its surrounding area as a dragon burial ground. The mass burial sites are so uncharacteristic of their kind. Dragons are reclusive by nature, both in life and in death. I assume an ancient battlefield awaits us there. But who fought whom, and for what cause? This is what we have to find out. Can you imagine? We could discover a brand new, hitherto unknown page of history. Apsu, Dahak, who are they? Apsu is known as the god of metallic dragons. In the dawn of time, he was born from the purest waters, and together with his dreaded spouse, whose name I'm afraid to say, but Tiamat, he sired many creatures in a multitude of worlds. His kingdom lies far beyond this world, among flying islands and wandering stars. Dahak, his proud and fearless son, was one of the first dragon gods. He chose the path of destruction instead of creation. He settled in hell, founding his own kingdom of flames and agony. Dahak fought alongside his father and the other gods to defeat Rovagug. Yet after the battle, he swore that one day he would return and destroy Apsu once and for all. He still dwells in his hellish palace, finding new ways to wreak havoc on Golarion. Such is his uncontrollable nature. What do you hope to find in this burial ground? I seek evidence that a raging battle was fought there, and perhaps also evidence of the reasons for such a conflict. Dragons would not gather together for such a large battle over some petty, inconsequential feud. Oh no. They must have had a serious reason, and that perhaps is the biggest mystery of all dragon kind. I've heard enough. And what is your decision? Fine, I'll help you. Splendid. Lathamus smiles, but the smile doesn't reach his observant gray eyes. I shall immediately head to the cave entrance and await you there. I think I can handle this part of the journey, but as for the dangers that await down below, I fear I know nothing about them. Alright, one last look at our Crusade management, and then we'll set up for next time. Underground Avengers. A group of mongrels that has arrived in Dresden is itching for a fight. Land worries that the belligerent recruits might ignore their orders of battle, lose their heads, then lose their lives. Okay, so the tough feat. A unit has a +2 bonus when saving throws against disease and poison. That's pretty solid against dretches. Pacify them with a prayer. This will give us 30 mongrel sharpshooters. Fast and rapid firing sharpshooters are recruited at the commander's headquarters. And then all mongrel fighters and mongrel sharpshooter units gain the tough feat. The commander offered a prayer that mollified the mongrels, made even the wildest warriors heed their leader's words about the importance of keeping one's head in battle. Restoration. Dresden was built long ago, and compared to modern fortifications, its construction is hopelessly obsolete. The officers wish to rebuild the fortress and are arguing over what should be done first. To reinforce the defenses, or to expand the streets to make the quartermaster's job easier and expedite supply deliveries. You just not spend money on the renovations. Yeah, invite architects from the Order of the Nail. This unlocks Help of the Nail. 10 Hell Knights are recruited at the commander's headquarters. Widening the streets does what? Has 1,000 logistics experience points. That's pretty good, actually. Reinforcing the walls, 400 military experience points. So we'll just do this. Invite architects from the Order of the Nail. We'll play the Diplomat. Adds 100 military experience points and 250 diplomacy experience points. Unlocks the Help of the Nail decree. The Order of the Nail have been establishing stability and civilization in Varissia for many years. The artisans have constructed countless fortresses and outposts that serve as bastions of order in a savage land. They readily agree to send their brothers to Dresden. I was on the wrong menu. Sure. There we go. Alright, we should be set for now. Got a little off track this time, but I tried to make up for it. In the end, there was some more Crusade management. There'll be less Crusade management we have to do in the future. And next time we can set out and explore a new area. And where that is, I have not decided yet. But we'll be sure to figure it out next time. So I'm going to call it here for now. We might just go do the Ashen Grotto and Temple of the Good Hunt while we're here. Still going to save Murky Grotto for later. We do all this stuff, do the Hell Knight's Outpost, kind of circle up here to the Broken Cart, and clear out that area. Might not be the worst idea. The next time we come this way, kind of head south and knock these out. But as always, we'll see. Either way, for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.